When simplifying algebra using addition and subtraction, it's very important that you understand the rule that you can only add and subtract like terms. I'm going to give you a list of terms that are not like. So A, B, C, A squared, AB, and so on, B cubed. These are all unlike terms, so you wouldn't be able to add or subtract any of those. They have to be like terms, so members of the same family. So I would be able to add A to A. That would be allowed, and the answer to that would obviously be 2A. Don't forget, in front of this 1 here, in front of the A is a 1, and in front of that A is a 1. So 1A plus 1A equals 2A. Now, obviously, questions get more complex than that, so we could have 7A minus 2A plus 6A. So working this out, if you do the 7A minus 2A first, you get 5A, and then plus 6A, you would get 11A. Now notice that nothing happens to this A here. It doesn't become A squared or A cubed. If you're adding A's together or subtracting A's, the A's stay as A's. And in the same way, if you were adding 8A squared and 5A squared, nothing is going to happen to the A squared. The A squareds family are going to stay as A squareds. So the answer to this would be 13A squared, not A to the power of 4. 13A squared. Let's try an example that has more than one type of term in it, more than one different kind of term. So 3A minus 4B plus 5A plus B. What I'm going to do is ring the terms that we can add or subtract. So, the 3A at the beginning. Now that 3A at the beginning is a plus 3A, even though we don't bother to put the plus in. That's a plus 3A. And we've got a plus 5B there. So let's add those together first. 3A plus 5A will be 8A. That's the A's done. Let's now do the B's. So we've got a minus 4B. Don't forget that that 4B is a minus. It's quite easy to forget that. A minus 4B and a plus B. That's a plus 1B, obviously. So we've got minus 4B plus 1B would be minus 3B. And there's your answer. We can't simplify that any further. What is quite common as well is to have a bracket involved in this. So for example, let's say it was 4 plus 3 brackets x minus 2 plus 6x. So quite a long expression there. The first thing we need to do before we add or subtract any like terms is to multiply out that bracket. So this 4 here, that hasn't got anything to do with the bracket, but it is first. So I'm going to write down the 4. We haven't done anything to that yet. I'm now going to multiply out this bracket by the 3 here, the plus 3 I should say. So we're going to do 3 times x is 3x. And then we're going to do 3 times minus 2. 3 times minus 2 is minus 6. So there is the bracket multiplied. And on the end here we've got the plus 6x, which again hasn't had anything to do with the bracket. That's separate. Okay, so now the bracket has been multiplied out, we can now look to add like terms together. Again, I'll ring anything that we can add together. So we've got this plus 3x, and we've got this plus 6x, that makes 9x, and we've got this 4 here, that's a plus 4, and we've got this minus 6, and 4 minus 6 is minus 2. So that's finished there, we can't do any more. I'm going to do one more, because I just want to show you what happens if you would get something like this. Okay, so what's happening here is in front of the bracket it looks like there's just a minus sign, but actually there's a minus 1 there. So we're going to multiply that bracket by a minus 1. So again, I'm going to write this 3 down, I'm not doing anything with that yet. Minus 1 times x is minus x, and minus 1 times 2, minus 1 times plus 2 is minus 2, and then we've got this plus 4x on the end. So there we go, we've multiplied out the bracket. We can now add and subtract like terms. So we've got a minus x and a plus 4x there. That gives you 3x. And we've got 3 at the front there, minus 2, so 3 here, minus 2. 3 minus 2 is plus, which is why I put this plus there, 1. So there we have simplifying algebra using addition and subtraction.